Could Meghan Markle be as bad as Amber Heard? Let's discuss.
We want privacy. We want privacy.
Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Andy Signor with part 2 of our interview with According to Taz. So glad to have you back. Welcome now to the Popcorn Palace where we really gossip. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you again for having me on for part 2.
You said something in part 1 that I thought, you know what? I had another topic, but no. Let's pivot. You said it. You brought it up and you were down to do it.
It's all on me.
Meghan Markle, could she be as bad as Amber Heard? And I've seen a lot of people go there. Now, I have my own opinion on this. I have my own opinion on this. You may be able to guess it based on how much more coverage I've done of one and the other. But I thought, let's at least do some comparisons here of where you stand. Are they similar in a way? A lot of people try to. Is it fair to compare them? Let's break it down. Before we do that, though, I want to get to your background a little bit. If you guys haven't subscribed already to According to Taz, please do. She's lovely, and she's really an OG. If you go back and check out all of her stuff, her most popular video, almost 1 million views, is why I went off on Meghan Markle. And when I went and watched this, I was expecting like and it was a very well said, like put together breakdown of several, pieces that really sort of rubbed you the wrong way about her. This was from several years ago. So you have been on this for a while. You guys can learn more about why, but if you can you sum up a bit quickly, like what really was it that made you turn against her?
I wouldn't say it was turned against her. I don't like it was such a weird thing that I honestly, when she came on the scene and I heard that Harry was dating her and she was an actress, I thought she'd be perfect for him. I was really happy for him because he was never really going to be the sort of settle down with a blue blood, high society girl. He wanted someone much like Andrew meeting Fergie, someone that was fun, that liked going out, that liked a little bit of the celebrity stuff. And I thought that they would make the perfect pair. However, when we started seeing interviews of her talking, I was seeing something about her, the way she was looking at him, the way she was interrupting him. It set off my spidey senses. It set off something in me that I was like, this isn't right. There's something not right about her. And the more I saw her, and especially the engagement interview, I was like, straight away, she's using him. She's going to grab him and they'll go across to America. I was just straight away thinking this is a standard gold digging situation where she is marrying him for his title and for money, for position in life. She didn't love him. That was my general kind of gist. Much like you were invested personally with Amber and Johnny for your own reasons, I dated a narcissist years ago, and I think she reminded me of my ex, the same kind of look, the way that she spoke to Harry. And the more I was watching it, the more people were praising her. And I think, can people not see that this is not going to end well? Can people not see that she is going to be a destructive force, a one-woman wrecking ball? And then the more time that went by, and then after the wedding and all the stories of tantrums and diva behavior started coming out, I was watching it going, yep, I knew it. And it's then been continuous. I mean, the last few years has been one big snowball of Meghan displaying everything that I thought that she would do from the moment I just first saw that interview.
Yeah. So were you okay with Harry? Like you felt for him? Has your hatred of him grown there? Or do you feel sorry for him?
Again, I say I don't hate Harry. I don't like him. I don't think he's a nice person. There is an element there where I think he is in a relationship where he is, some people call the term pussy whipped, under the thumb. She's the one that wears the trousers. The things that you could say are endless. Harry is very much, I think he absolutely adores her, or he did. He loves her, and he wanted to do anything and everything to make her happy. So I believe all of the decisions that Harry has made, it was Meghan's decisions, but she just let him think that it was his idea. It's what manipulation tactics are. It's generally a way, again, looking at these two together, this is, I can compare these two. When we saw, the relationship of Johnny when he first got with Amber in the beginning, and then how he looked towards the end of the relationship, you've seen Harry look the same. Slowly,
it's crazy because it's like I 100%. A lot of the things you're saying, I see the things, but it's like knowing the details and hearing the audio, because we don't have the audio tapes of how Meghan's talking to Harry. which
No,
to me
not
is where I
yet.
think I think it's hard for me to say Meghan's worse because to me, hearing the way Amber spoke to Johnny in private
Oh,
in those
oh,
moments, the way she talked down to him and gaslit
yeah.
him, and just it's just there's a few moments. There's that one in the car that always stuck with me
Oh, yeah.
where he's just trying to leave and
I
she won't let
know.
him leave. Like, sure, there's a lot of the name calling and stuff, and that, but I almost feel like that's expected. But when she's bawling, saying she's gonna, unalive herself, and you
Yeah.
can't leave me like this, when he's literally just trying to go see his daughter, that
Yeah.
was crushing to listen to. And then the way she tried to spin it in the court of like, I knew he was gonna go use again, and but yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating to see feminists and people out there try to defend her and her
Oh,
lies in the
unbelievable.
court stand when you like hear the audio. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for someone who watched that case, I watched every single bit of it. I watched every single hour of it. And I just, again, I can't believe that anyone could still defend her. But I will say the difference between Meghan, where you say you personally can't obviously compare it for the same because of we've heard Amber speaking to Johnny and, the awful, awful things that she did to him. But that's because that all came out after they broke up and they divorced. Meghan and Harry haven't gone through the divorce yet. And I am telling you, that is when the shit is going to hit the fan. And you might find that Meghan, when all of that nasty fight starts happening, it will be the divorce of the century. She will take Harry down. And I can guarantee you, she's probably got her own little audio clips of Harry drunk, Harry stoned. I just honestly have this gut feeling that we're going to see, we won't have a trial like what Amber and Johnny did because we don't have like cameras in courts, but they might be having the case in America. But I believe that she has set Harry up for a fall. I believe that she knew that she was going to leave him a long time ago, much like Amber always knew that she was never going to stay with Johnny. So we will probably see that come out when these two do eventually separate. I think that Amber Heard might actually, well, I just think they're cut from the same cloth, but hey, that's just my opinion.
No, that's a really good point. I mean, it's like we could get you. So your point is, yeah, maybe Amber's worse right now, but you feel confident it could get to that same level. It's interesting because
Yeah.
as I've had this week of guests, they've been educating me a lot. I'm glad,
Yeah.
grateful for all you guys coming on, but like, I didn't know she had a first husband, and then emulated Kate's dress and her wedding dress. Like, I've been learning a lot of this stuff to realize like there is a pattern here of she clearly
Yeah.
was trying to beg somebody big to help her career, which is exactly to me what I think Amber was always doing. And
These
so there
two
is
women-
definitely a pattern there.
Yeah, these two women are the perfect predators. Look at them. Look at this picture. They are both beautiful. I've never liked anyone criticizing Meghan's looks. I don't allow it on my channel. She is a beautiful woman and she can look absolutely Hollywood glamorous. They both can. Yet you can see the destruction that they cause to the person that they are meant to love the most in the world. You saw Johnny decline. Look at when he first got with her from those first, premiere screenings, and he and her were first together. The relationship was out. They were all loved up towards the end. Look at Harry when he first got with Meghan. He was smiling. He was happy. Now look at him. He looks like he is a prisoner in his own life. He looks miserable. He looks sad. And the thing is, he's angry. He's angry because I think he feels really, really trapped. And it is a sign, as I said, where I can compare these two. They are like succubuses. They suck the soul and everything that they can out of the person that they're with. And that's because they didn't marry them for love. They married them for what they could get out of them. And she will spit him out. And I don't think it's going to be too long from now. But hey, I'm called according to Taz because that is just, again, I have so many different opinions on this, but I'm sure I'm probably going to get some shit for saying that. But that's how I feel.
Hey, as the great Steph Alterner has taught us all, my opinion, my conspiracy, my whatever. Exactly. We all have to have them. We all speculate here, and it's all royal gossip. I make it very clear we're gossiping. But on that note, so yeah, I mean, so is it fair to say you think they're the same? Amber maybe has been proven to be worse, but you suspect Meghan could get there as well.
Oh, I think there is a lot of stuff that's been hidden. I think we just saw the tip of the iceberg with the bullying allegations. If she treated members of staff like that inside the royal palace, then I only dread to think how she has treated Harry behind the scenes. And I think that it all will come out in the wash when these two do eventually separate. And it's coming. It's coming.
Well,
There's
that was my
too
next
many
question.
stories.
So how realistic do you think it is? What is your guess on the sort of, do you think they're already split? We have Sue Smith coming on. She thinks they've been split for a while.
Yeah.
Where do you think?
I think they are I think they're definitely separated. I think that they really, you can't be that miserable and that angry at everyone in your life yet love each other and have a happy existence. I think those two rubbed each other up the wrong way very, very quickly. Once the negative press started coming in and the backlash after the Oprah interview, and it was all proved, most of it to be lies, they would have just done a blame game, blaming each other. So yeah, I think these two are toxic to each other now, and not just everyone else around them. I do think that they're separated. That's where we've seen a lot more paparazzi stunts with Meghan by herself. There was one recently where she was on her phone, and she was like angry. And Meghan sets up these paparazzi strolls because she's telling a story. She wants every single pap stroll to give an image of something that's going on. And I'm seeing a single woman at the farmer's market buying flowers peacefully with the dog, no Harry, and then and that one where she was just with her bodyguard walking around, she was upset, she was on the phone. Meghan wouldn't want anyone to see her crying and shouting at someone on the phone unless she was doing it for a reason. So she's setting the stage. We had a pat walk with her friends going for a hike in the mountains. Her good friend Marcus Anderson was with them. And it looked like the friends that were comforting the upset woman that's just separating from her husband. Trust me, she is setting the stage, and she is going to come across that she is the victim in all of this. But yeah, so that's why I think that all of the paparazzi strolls that we're seeing, and with when she brushed him off the kiss cam at the basketball game,
That was awkward.
I actually felt sorry for him for a millisecond then, because I was just like, oh no, that is embarrassing. She was she wasn't ready to fake it that much.
Do you think they were faking it during the documentary filming, or is this maybe when sort of things were really starting to crumble? Because my only pushback on that in my brain is like, why would you go and make this huge series together trying to reinforce the brand? Now, granted, it was filmed obviously a lot more before it was released, but still, do you think during this period was the beginning of the fall?
Well, to be fair, I mean, they started filming footage and taking photographs before they were married for this Netflix documentary. So I think this was pretty much from when they met. But I suppose that if you look at it like that, their relationship's been more of a business contract. Meghan has used this whole thing for networking. So I wouldn't put it past them to not be happy and just pretending to be together, because they don't want the media and the naysayers to be right. Everyone said that these two wouldn't last. Even, members of the royal family, that you had courtiers, you've had people from all different careers and perspectives all say that these two would never last. So Harry and Meghan to actually go, yeah, actually everyone was right, that's going to be a hard pill to swallow. So Netflix, they were contractually obligated to do this, but I don't see the same affection here with them. And I did watch that documentary for most of it. You didn't see natural affection between them. It was very much that they were playing a part. It was very Instagram
affection of just like, it's very easy to fake it.
It wasn't natural. It wasn't natural. So, and the way that they were here, it
was $100 million, and a Netflix deal helps them both, because Harry gets the Invictus deal, Meghan gets to do something else. You don't want to piss off Netflix. So I could see why they'd put on an act to keep this going.
They sold their souls. They sold their souls. If Netflix wanted them to jump through hoops of fire, they were going to do it because they want the money. Well, she definitely wants the money. But yeah. So yeah, I think they would fake it. I think they're faking it for as long as they can until they announce a divorce, and I think they'll do it to cause maximum disruption or destruction to a big event that the royal family are doing. I'm surprised it wasn't done on the coronation, to be fair.
Sounds like then it's the perfect time that we launch this Popcorn Palace. We have lots more coming. In fact, subscribe to the Palace if you haven't already, but obviously also support According to Taz over on YouTube. You can follow her there. Hit that subscribe button. You can follow her on Twitter. Loved having conversation. Please come back. We're going to start doing weekly shows live Friday. You're welcome anytime. Would love to hear your input in the future. So thank you for being here. Lovely to meet you guys. Go support Taz.
Thanks, Andy.
And final word. Go ahead.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you for having me on. It's the first time that I've ever done anything like this, so it's really cool. It's on your channel. I was a follower anyway, as I said, from all the Johnny Depp stuff. So yeah, I'm fangirling a bit, Andy. So I've had a really great time, and it'd be really cool. We'll do this again.
Yeah, I
So
love it. So great to meet you. She's lovely, guys. Support her, support this channel, support Steph, support the whole. I love that we're building a little royal community to support each other, because I don't like all the drama with the creators. Let's just support each other. They're all doing great work out there, getting the word out. We can disagree at times and still be respectful. I love it. So thanks for being here. We got lots more fun guests this week. If you haven't already, check out all that we've had in here. I don't know what the release schedule is, so I'm just being vague on the dates, but I'm sure you saw some already or will. So hit that subscribe, click on these, and stay tuned for more. Thanks, everybody.